Guys, I'm back with more What If, but I'm going to change up a bit because I sort of got bored of my hero What If, even though I've done like one series, but I just got bored of it, so I just couldn't be bothered. So I decided, as you can see from the title and the background, that I'm going to be doing Black Clover. So this What If is going to be what if Asta had Earth magic. There will be spoilers in this, just a heads up. So if you haven't watched it or haven't watched past or haven't caught up to the anime, then you will be spoiled. So I would just go and watch the anime and then come back if you want. So we begin our story of the Elf Massacre. So bam, spoiler straight away. Sorry. So I just want to give a bit of backstory before we get into the story, so I can explain Asta's magic, because he's gonna have magic in this. So on the day of the Elf Massacre, I think it's Licht and Partry have 4-leaf clovers, but I'm gonna add another one in so Asta and Una can stay rivals. So in this, the elf, I haven't got a name for him. I don't know, just Apollo. There we are. That's his name, Apollo, because there's something about Apollo in front of me. So that guy, that elf has got an Earth Grimoire. So as they're getting attacked in the chaos, they couldn't use magic, but in the chaos he tried to protect his family, but obviously couldn't because all the magic was getting absorbed into I think it was that orb thing. I'm not sure. Anyway, it's getting absorbed into that. So he's trying to trying to protect his family, but his magic's getting absorbed, so he goes into despair, and that makes a dark elf, which means that a devil can go into a grimoire and make it a 5-leaf. So this is how I'm going to say the story goes now. So the devil enters, and the devil is going to be a gravity devil. It's like his magic's gravity. So it mixes in with the earth, so compatible, as you get what I mean. So it enters the grimoire, and it does take over the whole grimoire, but it doesn't turn it completely black, because Partry in the anime comes back from being completely dark elf. Oh, excuse me. So I'm just gonna say he does that, so it's black and green. I'll explain it later on when he gets it, but it's not completely, so not all of the magic is gone or changed into dark magic. So all these same events happen, all the elves die, Lick turns into that massive demon thing, and the Wizard King stops him. So we're getting into the story before, when Asta and are both no, let me take a drink first. When Asta, is it Asta or Asta? I don't think it matters. Asta and are brought to the church. They both have an absurd amount of magic. So Asta's not treated. He's still treated the same, but not because of his magic. So he still acts the same way as in canon, except he's more respected now because his affinity is earth magic. So the crops, he helps the potatoes grow, but it's not as strong as first. It's not stronger when he's younger, so the incident when they have to go to another village still happens the same. Except when Yuno's on the floor getting beaten up and the guy's taking his pendant, as you can see on him right there. You see that? Yeah. Well, Asta uses, because they can use magic on its own without a grimoire, but it's not as strong or focused or whatever. He uses he throws small rocks like pebbles at the man, which forces him to, because it's distracting, forces him to cover his face and making him drop the pendant or whatever it's called. The stone, it's a magic stone in it. Drop the pendant, so he runs away after that. They still have the rivalry and the conversation about that each of them will become the Wizard King. So after that incident, over the years, Asta, because I believe it's just in his nature that he would, still trains as hard as he does. Maybe a little bit less. No, I reckon he's still training the same. So he's training the same as he would. So as a basic overview for everything, and like when we hit the start of the anime, like I'm gonna say his physical is it a 5 or a 4 in the anime? I think it's a 5. 5 or 4. Let's just do it. 5, yeah, let's just say that. His magic amount is 5 to keep him close with His magic control, I think Yuno's is a 5, but his is going to be a 4 because I don't think Asta's like... no, I think it's the same 4 actually, looking on the wiki. Yeah, it's a 4, so they were the same there, and magic sense is a 5. Cleverness is a 4, just like in the anime, and rivalry is a 5. Asta won't be growing any taller in this, he'll stay the same just to keep like the same dynamic. So the day everybody gets their grimoire happens, and gets his 4-leaf grimoire. And everyone's in awe and like in shock about the dazzling light coming down. Whilst this is happening, Asta gets his grimoire, but it's like barely anybody notices because it's a 5-leaf clover, and like it doesn't give off any like lights, and no one notices it. They're all in awe of Yuno's. So it comes down, and it's similar to the original grimoire, except its background is a dark green base, and it has like, whereas in the original it had like golden vines, let's just say it had golden vines on it, it's black vines with the 5-leaf clover in the middle. So the grimoire gives off a slight pulse of dark aura as Asta touches the 5-leaf clover, which gets some people attention, but like Asta doesn't notice as he runs over to Yuno saying he's going to be the Wizard King, and Yuno says yeah right, but like smiling like he's less cold because Asta's like an actual challenge, what he perceives as an actual challenge. So the nobles do attack, but as like in the anime and the manga, easily deals with them. But then is trapped by the chain mage. Don't know his name, forgot it. This is when Asta comes in, as in canon. He dodges the first round of attacks from the chain mage, but he starts questioning what's going on. Starts questioning. Wait, where am I? Got a script here. He starts shouting and gets like hit into a wall, which makes him angry. So Asta's annoyed now. So his grimoire opens like in canon, but except like the sword doesn't come out, and he sees a spell and says dark earth magic compression, and this is when the chain mage is pinned to the floor with the ground cracking around him, which knocks him out. So Asta and fist bump as says that's twice you saved me. Save me now. So one day I've got to pay you back, as they laugh and go to the church to show off their grimoires. So in the 10 months of training, Asta unlocks a couple of simple earth spells like Pillar, where he just shoots out a pillar of rock at someone, or under them, or under himself, like you know what I mean. Bind, where roots come out and like grab the people, hold them down. I got a script here. It was bind and pebble shot, like basically a stronger version of the one I said he had in when he was dealing with that drunk guy. So there is earth magic, and then his devil magic is like the gravity magic is gonna be compression, where he forces you down with the weight of gravity. Gravity wall, which basically is a wall where like nothing can get through because it was just a high density of gravity. It just pushes it away. So that's going to be the devil magic he has. And lastly, he will unlock Gaia's love. I'm just going to call it for now. I don't really know what to call it. This is a healing spell which wraps people in an aura of magic and heals them. So after 10 months, they set off in the journey to the capital, which is easier because they can get food quicker and travel quicker. I'm not going to say they have brooms in this because I doubt they would. Still not rich. So, yeah. So they reach the capital and are amazed as Asta looks up at the castle and says to Yuno that he might let him the castle where the Wizard King stays, and he might let Yuno stay there if he's nice. But Yuno quips back, saying, "No, I might let you stay if you're nice." So, which gives him a little chuckle each. They walk around the capital, and Asta still eats the snake, as he hasn't changed that much in personality. The Wizard King does notice, however, that Asta's aura... No, sorry, let me say that again. He does notice Yuno's and Asta's aura of magic, seeing like they've got loads of magic, and he's wondering why Asta has a dark aura coming from him. So now the Wizard King's going to be more interested in Asta, like earlier. So they arrive at the test examination, and everybody's amazed that Yuno has a four-leaf grimoire, and then Asta walks up behind him and puts down his 5-leaf grimoire, and they're not as amazed, and the guy doesn't even ask about it. So they walk in. As they walk in, all the birds are like stay hella far away from Asta and Yuno because like both of their magic is just on another level, so they just like fly away. But Nero senses like that Asta's got devil power, as in like because Asta's got the 5-leaf grimoire, so she does land on his head and then starts to peck him on his head. I think that's what she does. Yeah. Peck him and annoy him, so he starts shouting to get rid of it. And as he runs into Yami, he tries to apologize, but in this panic, he instead insults him, calling him like old and scary, which makes Yami angry. So he starts to crush Asta's skull. But in this, whilst Asta's panicking, he subconsciously uses compression magic, because that's going to be like his main one he uses for like off the whim, because that's like his first spell he ever used. So he uses compression magic, but Yami feels this, but before he could like say anything or anything else gonna happen, the fireworks go off, Yami drops him, Finral takes Yami away to the place. What's the place? Not the place. Takes Yami away to the stand bit. So the test begins, and Asta and Yuno are on the same level, as in all the tests. They both the same on the brooms, all of everything. They were the same except like physical. If it was a physical, Asta smashes that easy. I don't think there was though. But Yuno does get more attention because of his 4-leaf grimoire, and the captains are sort of sensing a darkish aura to Asta, so then I'm not too fussed on him. So, I don't know his name, but Bahar guy starts disrespecting Asta, as like they still fight each other because he thinks he can take him. Baha still starts disrespecting how commoners are like below nobles and royalty and shouldn't be even thinking of going into the Magic Night. So this fires Asta up a bit more because his mission is to become Wizard King. So he uses compression magic straight off the bat as his first spell, as he mastered that. So he folds Baha's magic ball, which crushes him under the immense weight and his own spell. So he's crushed under his own spell, and this really hurt him because in the Change Mage he sort of knew how much pressure to do, but Baha kept on like slandering him and so he wasn't having that and saying like he couldn't become the Wizard King even if he tried. So it was hitting very bad, but everyone's shocked at this and like they're about to rush in and like scold Asta, like the examination's about to disqualify him or whatever. But then Asta quickly uses Gaia's love to heal him back, like in 2 seconds back to normal, which surprises everybody. And like some captains like Fagolion, I can't say a name, Fagolion, saying like, thinking that's pretty versatile magic. So that happens. Still slaps the nobles and chooses the Golden Dawn. When it's Asta's turn, the captains that don't choose him will be William, because Partridge can sense the elf magic from the grimoire, thinking it's similar. So he can sense that, so wants him because he wants all the elves for spoilers. 1, 2, 3 for the elf massacre and every human being or whatever it's called. Yeah, it was the elf massacre, elf revolution, whatever. Frigolion and Yami because did I just get no food? No. Frigolion and Yami because they both see potential in Asta and see his strength. And this surprises everyone, even the other captains that didn't raise their hand, because the first, third, and last Magic Knights all want him, but the others in the middle don't. So Nozel questions them, as he's saying he's not suitable to be a Magic Knight because he holds back the commoner part because he's in front of everybody and he doesn't want that, but like secretly it's that. But he says he's too violent to be a Magic Knight like the Chain Mage. Doesn't say that, but like that's an example I'm gonna give you. You saw what he did, and pointing to Baha's like who's shaking a bit because he just got clattered. So Yami just quickly retorts that he healed him as soon as he realised he went too hard, so he's not that bad of a person. He can't be that bad. He just needs to learn a little bit more control, even though like he's very skilled. He was just flustered in the moment. So all the other captains agree begrudgingly, but they don't put their hands up. In this, for story and for just my personal opinion, Asta would choose the Black Bulls, as Yami did defend what he said, defend his actions, and in this, I believe that Asta would have the mindset that he wouldn't want the easy way he wouldn't go to a top squad because that's too easy, and he feels like it would be cheating. And make him a weaker Wizard King and weaker in general. So he decides to go to the Black Bulls so he can so he goes to the Black Bulls. This angers and confuses people around them, murmuring like, why would he choose the worst? And like the captain's wondering that as William or Partridge, because Partridge is a bit annoyed that he didn't choose the Golden Dawn. And like William just asked for him why he chose the Black Bulls. And Asta simply says, I'll be the best Wizard King if I make bulls. I will be the best Wizard King if I can make the worst squad, the Black Bulls, the best squad in the kingdom. And this is causes like so much like uproar and like glares from like Nozel and like the other captains that like the royal captains, like you don't like commoners. And he starts to laugh and like laugh at everybody else saying ah, we got this kid now. William and Flagonion, unlike the rest of the captains, actually respect this and be like, that's a pretty good mentality to have, and like wish him luck but don't say it. So everybody accepts this. And I'm gonna say Asta still goes to the toilet because of the snake, but Bahar doesn't even try to poison him. So I'm going to get into meeting the Black Bulls in the next episode, because I think this was a fairly long episode since I've been gone a while, like 2 weeks. So I just wanted to change up a bit, because I've seen like loads of My Hero but barely any Black Clover, so why not? Haven't tried it. I enjoy the anime. Haven't really read the manga, but you know, it's whatever. Anyway, thank you guys for watching.